Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Ford Lincoln of Lawrenceville, here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. We're here to check out this recently traded in 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is the tippy top Summit Reserve trim. Bright white, black roof, looks awesome. We have a lot to go over in this Summit Reserve trim, the tippy top of the Grand Cherokee Mountain. So let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve, bright white paint, very white. Jeep badge in the middle, that classic Jeep grille, LED headlights, LED turn signals, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps, all functionality down below, as well on the sides of the vehicle as well. We have a lot of brushed aluminum instead of high gloss chrome, which I like. Tones it down a little bit, but a classic Jeep front end here on this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. All right, wheel and tire setup on this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. We have a 21-inch by 9-inch wheel, gloss black, silver accents, standard brake and rotor package, Jeep badge on the center cap. Now, these are wrapped in Continental cross contact tires, 275 on the width, 45 series sidewall 21s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. All right, full side profile on this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. The bright white paint with the black two-tone looking good. Very boxy, very muscular look on this, especially with the larger 21-inch wheels, which is an upgrade even on the Summit Reserve, and we'll go over that when we take a look at all the options on this vehicle. Four doors, looks really good, hard body line across. It looks like the Grand Cherokee always has, and this isn't even the Grand Cherokee L, and it looks big. All right, the back end of this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve, we have a small roof spoiler coming off the top. We have the the window wiper down below on the glass, Jeep badge in the middle, LED taillights, LED turn signals, 4x4 on the left of the tailgate, Summit on the right, functional dual exhaust. That panel in between the exhaust is the towing hookup, and we'll go over the tow numbers when we take a look at the engine, but it's just a classic rear end of a Grand Cherokee. All right, we're under the hood of this 2023 Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. What are we looking at for a power plant? We have a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine mated to a 8-speed automatic transmission, 293 horsepower, 257 pound-feet of torque. This Grand Cherokee can tow up to 6,200 pounds. MPGs 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, 22 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87. So you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Now, if this 3.6 liter V6 is not powerful enough for you, you can option this Grand Cherokee with the 5.7 liter V8 Hemi engine instead, but that's going to cost you about an extra $4,000. Before we get into the interior of this 2023 Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve 4x4, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this vehicle cost? Well, this is the most expensive gas-powered Grand Cherokee you can get. So here we go. The base price for the Grand Cherokee Summit 4x4 is $61,675. Now, when you go Summit Reserve, what you're doing is you're adding the Summit Reserve Group 22U, which is an extra $4,480. That gets you the front passenger interactive display, the 21 by 9-inch machine face painted aluminum wheels, the all-season tires, the Palermo leather seats, a 19-speaker Macintosh audio system, active noise control system, a 950-watt amplifier, ventilated rear seats, a deluxe headliner, Palermo leather door trim. And then we add in $2,235 for the Advanced ProTech Group 4, which is the head-up display, night vision with pedestrian and animal detection, rear view auto-dimming digital display mirror. Then we add another $275 for the Luxury Tech Group 5, which is a wireless charging pad and manual second row window shades. They've deleted out the electronic limited slip diff out back for a $400 credit and went with a conventional rear diff on the rear axle. Then when you add in the destination and delivery charge of $1,795 from Jeep's Detroit, Michigan assembly plant, you have a total MSRP of $70,060, which is not as much as you can do. You add in the Hemi engine for an extra $4,000 and some other goodies, you can get this high up as 76 grand. So this one is a bargain Summit Reserve. So now that this is used with a touch under 9,000 miles on it, this car is for sale here on the lot today for $63,000. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. We have the carpeted floor mats in here. Might have been nice to say Summit on here or something like that. We do have a Summit door sill plate that lights up at night to welcome you to the vehicle. We have power seats for the driver and the front passenger with power thigh support as well for long road trips, so that's a nice touch. This is Palermo leather with black piping. The color here is called Tupelo. It's got great stitching, the diamond pattern, fully heated and ventilated, nice soft armrests. You got Summit right here embossed into both front seats. Looks beautiful, but it's not my color, the Tupelo, but it's a beautifully done. Door panels. Now, if you hear some background noise, some whooshing, I do have the air conditioning on high because it's 97 degrees out right now, so I need to cool myself down, so I apologize if you can hear that on the camera. Door panels, leather up top in black. Then we have wood finish around the brushed aluminum door handle, leather, Palermo leather inserts, diamond pattern, super soft armrest. We do have some gloss black around the switch gear, and there's one of our speakers for this super high-end Macintosh sound system, and a really nice large door pocket there as well, but beautifully appointed doors here in this Summit Reserve. Now, on the dash, we have more leather with the stitching. We have a passenger display, which I'm going to go over after I tackle the main display. And then we come down, more of this wood finish with the brushed aluminum, and then we have a nice large glove box. All right, as we take a look at the center stack, now this 10.2-inch Uconnect 5 is angled upwards towards the roof of the vehicle, which will cut down on the glare coming from the sun in the windshield. 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards. Up top here you have your engine stop start on off. We're going to roll off. This is our lane keep assist on off, traction control off, cameras, park assist on, turn the passenger display on or off. Now here's our 10.2-inch Uconnect 5. Really responsive, this beautifully done. Wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. You have your nav, you have your media. You can go to your comfort settings right in here as well. And you can go ahead and turn on your 3-stage ventilated seats, 3-stage heated seats for both the driver and the front passenger, as well as your heated steering wheel. And we do have dual climate with sync capability, as we should. We can Bluetooth our phone right here. We can go to vehicle, and we can go ahead and change some of our vehicle settings, including our camera. Or if we want to take a look at our forward-facing camera, we can do that. We can go to settings. We can look at all of our settings. We can take a look at our theme, and we can go with our theme mode. Now that's on light, or we can put it on auto, so it auto dims at night, so it won't blast you at night when you're driving down the road. So plenty of action going on. Here's our apps right in here, or we can get our off-road pages if we wanted to go off-road in this baby. This thing is so nice. I don't know if anybody's going to want to go off-road, but you have your accessory gauges and everything right here as well. You can go ahead and select your terrain, or turn on select terrain, and that's an auto deal. So they got a lot of nice action going on this Uconnect 5 system. If we put it in reverse, we can take a look at the backup camera. Beautiful backup camera and 360 with trajectory and our tow center line. You can also change your camera views down here. So that's a nice touch. So really well done infotainment system here in this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. And then down here you have hard controls as redundancies in case you don't want to fool around with the screen. So here's our 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats. You can tie that in to the comm control, heated steering wheel. There's the 3-stage heated and ventilated seats for the passenger. There's your HVAC controls. Down below, look at that. You got 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-A's, an aux jack, an HDMI, and a 12-volt and a wireless charging pad. So they got you all set there. Here we go. In the middle, we have a lot of gloss black plastic, and as you can see, this car has about 9,000 miles on it. It's starting to get dusty and a little scratched up. So it's not the greatest once you get some use. But here we go. Here's our drive modes. Here's the dial to go through the 8-speed auto. Here is to adjust the height of the Grand Cherokee, whether you want it higher or whether you want it lower. Here's your hill descent control. Here's your 4-wheel drive low. We come down here, 2 cup holders, and then our key fob, beautiful key fob. Unlock, lock, remote start, pop the tailgate, panic button, says Jeep on the back. Nice weight, very nicely done. Beautiful center armrest with stitching in this Tupelo color Palermo leather. We open this up, and then we can open this up, and then we have a nice large area for storage, all felt lined. Now we're over on the passenger display. So here's our main display. Now we have the passenger display where you can go and look at your music, your USB connectivity, video connectivity. You go back to your home, go to your HDMI. You want to play a movie while somebody's driving down the road, they got you covered there. You got your controls. You can add your headphones in there if you got wireless headphones. So a really nice passenger display setup. But again, this reserve package that this comes with ain't cheap, but it's a really, really class add to this Grand Cherokee. Jeep steering wheel, beautiful leather wrap steering wheel with that Tupelo color stitching all around. Jeep edge on the horn button, leather on the horn button, wood down below, looking gorgeous. This does have the easy exit, which means when you turn the car off and you open the door, this steering wheel will move up out of the way. The seat will move back, so it's easy for you to get out of the vehicle, which is a great add to this. We do have paddles as well to manually go up and down the gearbox if you would like. Over here, you have your voice commands, telephone commands, just telephone commands, and then you can change the look of your digital dash here. And here you can go to more maps, or I would say windows, let's say, in your digital dash that you can go through if you want to see more information, and you can change those windows however you would like. I'll show that when we go through the dash. And over here you got your adaptive cruise control right here, as well as your safety suite on off. Full safety suite in here. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist. Like I said, we have the night vision with pedestrian detection in here as well. On the left here, you have your adaptive high beams and turn signals. And on the right, you have your front and rear wiper. Down below here, you can adjust your headlights, brighten and dim the dash. There's your emergency brake. There's the pop the hood. And like I said, we have an electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel that you can go through. So it is a really nice layout here on this wheel. I really love this Grand Cherokee wheel. Now, as we move into our all-digital dash, there she blows. And now you can take this and you can go through additional information that you may want to see on the dashboard. So that's a nice touch. I like that. And like I said, if you hit this other button, you can change what you want to see. And now you can kind of go through different pages or windows, like I mentioned. And then if you find one you like, you can click on it. And then you can go back out. And then if you don't like that one, you want to click on another one, you can click on another one, and it's going to give you that look. So that's very, very nice. Now, when we go through our modes, right now we're in auto. If we move down one, we'll go to sport. We'll kind of get a checkered flag underneath our Grand Cherokee on the picture. Go to snow. And now we're going to adjust the ride height of the vehicle automatically for snow. I can feel it going up. It feels really weird. And then we can go to turn our traction control off to go to sand mud. And then we can go to rock. And now we are going even higher on the ride height. So pretty crazy how that works. And now we can come on back down to auto and it'll lower itself. You can also set this up where you can have the Grand Cherokee lower itself to the ground automatically when you turn the car off, when you're ready to get out, so you can go ahead and get out easily without having a big drop off. So that's a nice touch as well. Driver door panel, we have 2 memory seat settings, and of course, with this button right on the bottom, we got power fold mirrors. Now you have to turn this 180 degrees down from where you adjust your mirrors at. Now they fold back out, you lock the car, and they'll fold in. The other bonus is, for both front passengers, this button right up here is your massage seat button. So it'll show up here when I push it. Massage seats are on. Select what type you would like. Oops, I touched it. Try that again. You can select what type you would like, your waterfall, high, medium, low, and all sorts of other stuff. And the same with that same button on the passenger side. So the massage seats, really nice touch in this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. Rear view mirror, regular rear view mirror, pull this button forward, digital, bingo, love it. In this price point, gotta have a digital rear view mirror, love it. Overhead console, a whole bunch of stuff going on up here. First things first, you want your LED dome lighting to go on and off when you open and close the door. This button right here remains off. So when you open the door, the lighting will come on. When you close the door, the lighting will go out. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Assist button from Jeep in case you have an issue, maybe get lost, need some directions, want to order a pizza delivered to I-95, you got it right there. Now, here are the controls for our roof. So if you want to open the shade, that's this button here. It's one click and our shade will go back. Beautifully done, halfway, and then 2 clicks all the way back over the rear seat passengers. And now, you want to open the roof, the button on the left, 1 click open. There's our wind buffeter right there, and on back it goes, and 1 click back, and it comes back. Separate tilt function with the middle button, you hit that, it tilts up. You want it down, you hit the down part, it tilts down, and then we can close up our shade. Now, 1 touch, and it's on its way back. And this time, it's going to come all the way back without stopping to close. Very nicely done. Upgraded headliner, like it said, Alcantara, smooth as a baby's bottom. Just lovely. Or maybe even like a soft kitten. It's gorgeous. Now we have our sun visor with vanity and LED light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. And here's our garage door up to 3. Getting in the rear seats of this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve, the seat is set for my driving position. In we go. Nice and easy to get in, no problem. Knees feel a little high back here, but I got plenty of room for my head at 5'11", for my knees, for my shoulders. Now, on the back here, more of this Tupelo leather all the way down, and then we have a seat pocket behind both front seats, which is nice. And then we have our rear command center, where you have your dual zone climate control, 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver, for both rear passengers. Down below there, you have there we go, home power source, and then 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-As, so they got you covered for everything here in the back of this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. Back door panels, same beautiful back door panels as the front. There is our front door panel looking good, rear door panel looking good, all the same vibe, all the same materials, including that beautiful blue label on the Macintosh system. We also have security shades as well, so that's a nice touch. We do not have captain's chairs. This is a 3 across, so we have a center armrest. Nice and soft, 2 cup holders, and this Grand Cherokee is a 2-row Grand Cherokee. Now the Grand Cherokee can be configured with 2 rows like this one, or 3 rows if you would like 3 rows. So let me know how you would roll in your Summit Reserve Grand Cherokee. If you were to buy one like this, would you go 2 rows like this one, or would you rock with 3 rows? Let me know in the comment section. All right, cargo area in this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. Pop the tailgate from the key fob or from the dash, or come to the back, hit the button. Beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up, electric assist on the way down right here. And now with the rear seats up, you're looking at 37.7 cubic feet of cargo space. We do have some tie downs, a 12-volt right there, and your subwoofer. And then you open this up and you have a full-size spare, so thank you, Jeep, for that. Now, we do not have power fold for the rear seats at all, as you can see, or a lever to let them down from the tailgate area, and that's a big letdown here in a Jeep Summit Reserve. To get the mid-row down or the rear row down, you have this right here. Pull it up, they fold flat. And then you got to go around to the other side and do the same thing. And I think that's a big missed opportunity for Jeep in a Summit Reserve trim to have to do this manually. And now, once you get those down, now you got 70.8 cubic feet of space in the back of this Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve for those really large items. All right, here is the Grand Cherokee window sticker. We'll zoom on in, give you all the action on this. The wind is starting to kick up, as you can see. Here's our options. Total MSRP and warranty. Fuel economy. Final assembly point, Michigan. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we are driving this 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. And if you hear any of this air conditioning in the camera, my apologies. But like I said earlier, it's brutally hot out today, 96 to be exact. So I need to crank this or else I'm going to overheat. Now, this thing feels big. It feels high off the ground. It feels wide, nice and comfy width-wise, but it feels big to drive. And I think with a fairly large SUV like this, it's going to feel a little bit big to drive. Now, as far as appointments in this Summit Reserve, you really can't complain, right? You got plenty of visibility out, all the glass in the car. You got all your safety features, as well as that night vision with pedestrian animal detection. You have the passenger display, a Uconnect 5 with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, heated ventilated seats up front with heated steering wheel, USB-A, USB-C, HDMI, 12 volts, home power sources, heated and ventilated in the back row as well as far as the seats go. All sorts of drive modes for on-road and off-road driving. Automatic height control by the suspension in this vehicle to adjust the height based on what drive mode you have it in, and to also let it down to a lowest level when you're trying to get in and out or load stuff in the back. And you can do that with that button in the back to open and close the tailgate. You can adjust that and it will lower the Jeep as well. So really, really tons, and of course digital rear view mirror, you got the panoramic roof, you just got so much technology in here, you really can't complain. Beautiful leather. Now Tupelo is not my color. I probably would have gone with the black instead. That's your other choice. It's either black or Tupelo Palermo leather. Love the wood finishes all the way around. It's just a beautiful, beautifully finished vehicle, no doubt about it. You got the big tires, you got the nice comfy suspension. I have my massage seat on right now and that's feeling real nice on my back. You got the thigh support that kicks out. case your legs start getting a little bit weary if you're on a long road trip. So they got you covered there. You got the naturally aspirated V6 engine, which has enough horsepower for this vehicle without a doubt. But if you really want to go big time in this Jeep, you can option in the 5.7 liter Hemi V8. It's going to cost you about $4 grand more to do that, but you'll get a lot more power and torque for sure. Now we're going to come down here, do an emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Throws out the anchors like a big dog. Stops perfectly, nice and linear, and now off we go. Eight-speed automatic transmission, feels good on the shifts. It's going to wallow like crazy through the curves. This is not a performance vehicle. You got your steering is fine. Is it a little vague? Yeah. Is it a little numb? Yeah. But it's an SUV, and it gets the job done. All right, let's see what kind of turning radius this Jeep has. And pull over here on the shoulder. Wait for this guy to get by me. Okay, he's going to turn. All right, now we are going to hit it and see what happens. Ooh, it's quite wide. Quite wide, to say the least. Now we'll take off, see how she does. Nice and easy. It's not going to set fires, but this V6 has got plenty of power. I don't think you need the V8 unless you just want it. And if you want it, you want it, and that's what you get. But the V6 for me is doing just fine. Beautiful drive, nice and comfy. Really, really nice. Great use of materials, great fit and finish in here by Jeep, so I got to take my hat off to them. They really did a great job on this Summit Reserve, and I'm glad I was able to find one to bring to you on the channel, because Summit Reserves aren't just lying around dealer lots. They usually build these for special order only, usually, at least what my local Jeep dealer told me. But I'm glad this was traded in at the Lincoln dealer for a Lincoln. Not sure which one it was, but just a really nice, comfortable drive. Gets the job done. You got a lot of great technology. 3 screens, driver, center stack, and the passenger display. So really, really well done. And it's going to carry you and your passengers and their gear wherever you want to go. And I like the fact that that it's flexible, because you can either do a 2-row configuration or a 3-row configuration. Either go with the V6 or the V8. So they're giving you some flexibility in how many rows you want, and what kind of engine power you want, what kind of engine size you want. So I think that's good too. But let me know what you guys think. Summit Reserve Grand Cherokee, is this out of control? Is this over the top? Is this way too much money, 70 G's for a regular Grand Cherokee? Because, you know, frankly, I could buy a Grand Cherokee L Summit from 2023 for probably same money, maybe a little less. Can't remember, I did one a while ago. I'm going to put that review at the end of this one, just so you can compare the two. But what do you think? Summit Reserve worth it? Totally over the top Jeep Grand Cherokee the way you would roll? Or are you rolling with a competitor? There's so many SUVs competing in this segment, you know, from the Toyota Highlander to the Honda Pilot to the Kia Telluride to the Hyundai Palisade to the Ford Explorer to the Chevy Traverse. I mean, there's so many midsize SUVs in this segment to choose from. Let me know how you would roll, but I want to thank Ciocca Ford Lincoln here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this pre-owned 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve 4x4 for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.